Wemby wants to win. Like, he wants to win. It's more than just the numbers and the highlights and he's going to put on the show. We get that. But the contagious energy that he's bringing, that mindset, we seeing it from Stephon Castle. This Spurs team is walking into arenas every single night with the mindset that they're trying to win this basketball.
The San Antonio Spurs just drafted back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners. One is a 7'5" defensive cheat code from France. The other, a 6'6" perimeter menace with a non-stop motor. Together, they've already formed a two-way nightmare that's turning heads across the NBA.
Since March 12th, another lob, and another big finish, Area 51.
This isn't some distant projection. This isn't a give it time situation. It's happening right now, and the league has a serious problem. But to understand why, you have to understand the Spurs. Few franchises in NBA history have drafted as well as San Antonio. Their success isn't accidental, it's a pattern. One that reshaped the franchise and directly fueled championships in 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014. The Spurs have consistently turned draft picks into pillars, whether they were selected at the very top or digging deep into the latter rounds. Their approach has long emphasized international scouting, patience, and elite player development, a formula that produced multiple dynasties. It started with David Robinson, selected first overall in 1987 after the Spurs won the lottery. Robinson went on to win Rookie of the Year, 2 championships, a Defensive Player of the Year award, an MVP, and eventual induction into the Hall of Fame. Then came Tim Duncan, another number 1 pick, taken in 1997 after another stroke of lottery luck. The big fundamental became the backbone of the franchise, anchoring 5 championships, winning 2 MVPs and 3 Finals MVPs, and retiring as the Spurs' all-time leader in points, rebounds, and blocks. Like Robinson, Duncan is now a Hall of Famer. But San Antonio's draft dominance didn't stop at the top. In the early 2000s, the Spurs found gold outside the lottery. Tony Parker, taken with the final pick of the first round in 2001, and Manu Ginobili, selected 57th overall in 1999, joined Duncan to form the legendary Big Three. Parker became a 4-time champion and Hall of Famer, finishing his career with over 19,000 points and 7,000 assists. Ginobili, also a Hall of Famer, brought creativity, chaos, 2 All-NBA selections, and a 6th Man of the Year award in 2008. That success carried into the 2010s with Kawhi Leonard. Drafted 15th overall in 2011, Leonard developed into a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, the 2014 Finals MVP, and a central figure in San Antonio's 5th title before being traded in 2018. After the Duncan era ended, the Spurs entered a rebuild, but the draft remained their lifeline. They selected Keldon Johnson, 29th overall in 2019, Devin Vassell, 11th in 2020, and Jeremy Sohan, 7th in 2022, building a young core while waiting for their next franchise-altering moment. That moment arrived in 2023. San Antonio won the ultimate lottery ticket and selected Victor Wembanyama first overall, a 7'5" phenom who immediately lived up to the hype. Wembanyama won Rookie of the Year, earned all defensive first-team honors, and became an all-star in just his 2nd season. Nicknames like the Alien and the Extraterrestrial came naturally. After all, he's been doing things on a basketball court that no human should be capable of doing. And then, somehow, the Spurs did it again. 1 year later, lottery luck struck once more. San Antonio moved up in the draft and selected Stephon Castle with the 4th pick, a combo guard who quickly followed Wembanyama's lead by capturing the franchise's 2nd straight Rookie of the Year. It didn't take long for the duo to make waves together.
Playing though, what do I do?
That's right. Okay. Oh.
The lob! Victor catches it facing the other way.
In November 2024, someone on X coined the nickname that immediately stuck, inspired by their jersey numbers, Area 51. Castle number 5 plus Wemby number 1. It's a no-fly zone. Area 51, of course, is the highly classified US Air Force base in Nevada, long associated with UFOs and aliens, which somehow makes the nickname even more perfect. Victor practically dunks from the 3-point line, Stephon isn't far behind as far as spectacular dunks go, finishing as a runner-up in the 2024 Slam Dunk Contest. The fact that their jersey numbers combine to reference a place known for aerial activity, it almost feels scripted. The last time the Spurs hit this hard in the draft, they built a dynasty. So the question isn't whether this duo is special, the question is simple. Is history about to repeat itself? Okay, I'm gonna stop you here for a second. If you're still using those regular sportsbook apps, you're getting robbed. I'm serious. Delete it. Delete it now. Because Polymarket have made all of those apps obsolete, and I need to show you why. Okay, let me pull this up. So right now, Polymarket has Houston sitting at 36% to win tonight. And that feels low to me because Houston is bound to make a run and either tie it up or take the lead at some point. So I'm taking that trade right now and done. And here's what makes this completely different from sportsbooks. Sportsbooks take like $9 of every 100 you win. That's their cut just for existing. Polymarket, 1 cent. Because you're trading against other people, not some platform that profits when you lose. And the cash out thing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your team goes up 10, you try to lock in your position and they block you. They'll block you dozens of times a game. And if they let you out, they penalize you like 50%. They're holding your money hostage. Polymarket is instant. Momentum swings, you react. Houston goes on a run and jumps from 36% to 46%. You cash out right there. No asking permission, no penalty. You're in control. Polymarket is legal in all 50 states, and they're so confident that you won't go back to sportsbooks that they're giving you $10 free just to try it. No card, no deposit, nothing. Use my code HOOPS10 and follow the link in the description below for exclusive early access and $10 waiting just for you. Stop letting the sportsbooks take your money. There was never any doubt that Victor Wembanyama was one of the most talented prospects the NBA has ever seen. And through the early stages of his career in San Antonio, the third-year big man has done exactly what generational talents are supposed to do. He lived up to the hype and then raised the bar. This season, Wembanyama has taken yet another leap, averaging nearly 25 point, 10 rebound double-double with 3.5 blocks per game, all while posting the best field goal percentage of his young career. He's also made a noticeable adjustment to his shot profile, leaning into what many basketball pundits had been calling for, trading some of those three-point attempts for more work closer to the rim. And when you have physical tools no one else on the planet possesses, why wouldn't you use them? Still, as absurd as Wembanyama's offensive upside is, his true calling card remains on the other end of the floor. Defense is where he separates himself. Wembanyama's instincts, timing, and shot blocking ability have already established him as the best rim protector in the NBA, and it isn't particularly close. His impact goes far beyond highlight blocks too. His shot swatting and altering presence ranked among the league's best and helped propel the Spurs into the upper tier of the NBA defenses when he was on the court. That defensive resurgence has made San Antonio a nightmare matchup, even while still technically in a rebuilding phase. The word unicorn gets thrown around a lot in NBA circles, but Wembanyama actually earns it. His blend of size, athleticism, coordination, and defensive feel simply doesn't have a historical comparison. Since blocks began being officially tracked in the 73-74 season, only 19 players have ever averaged at least 3.5 blocks per game. Wembanyama became the youngest player to do it in 23-24 when he averaged 3.6 blocks per game. He followed that up last season by pushing that number up to 3.8, leading the league in total blocks while playing just over half the season. And the impact isn't just about volume. Wembanyama dramatically reduces both the number of shots opponents attempt at the rim and their efficiency when they do attack. That's where his real value lies. He's given the Spurs a defensive weapon that alters entire game plans. There's also a psychological element to it. Wembanyama gets inside opponents' heads. With an 8-foot wingspan and a standing reach approaching 10 feet, most of his rejections come right at the rim. But that's not all. Opponents often try to counter by adding extra arc to their shots, hoping to float over him. It doesn't work. Last season, Wembanyama led the NBA in blocks on shots taken more than 10 feet in the air, he's getting fingertips on attempts that simply don't exist for anyone else. Size, athleticism, anticipation, timing, instincts. It all adds up to the ultimate shot blocker. Watching teams play the Spurs, you can literally see guys drive into the paint and decide not to shoot. That alone tells you everything about Victor's presence. He's affecting possessions without even recording a block. In this era where we track everything, it almost feels like there should be a stat for it. Something like prevented drives, because that's how often he changes opponents' decisions before the shot even goes up. Wembanyama isn't just protecting the rim, he's redefining what a center looks like in today's NBA. And when you pair that kind of defensive force with a fellow recent Rookie of the Year, enter the 6'6" brick wall, already a two-way force in just his second season. Stephon Castle is playing like the sophomore slump doesn't exist. He's scoring more, playmaking more, rebounding more, attacking the rim more, living at the free throw line more. Pick a category, he's improved in it. Yeah, the turnovers are part of the package right now, but on the other end, he's giving those possessions right back by hounding the opposing team's best guard every single night. And if Castle ever becomes even a league average three-point shooter, next to Wembanyama, with all the Spurs' downhill guards and wings collapsing defenses, yeah, good luck with that. What makes Castle special defensively isn't flashy steal or block numbers, it's how effective he is without gambling. He defends with his feet and his chest, not his hands. Strong base, clean lateral movement, and he stays out of foul trouble and walls off drivers in isolation, forcing tough, contested pull-ups or pushing ball handlers to give it up entirely. Now, about the turnovers. Castle's turnover rate sits north of 20%, which isn't exactly what coaches want from a guard who floats between ball handling roles, but that aggression also fuels some of his best moments, threading tight windows, hitting cutters in stride, making reads most players his age don't even attempt. The ball control will tighten with time, the decision making will clean up, and the shooting, that's still the swing skill. With everyone healthy, Castle won't have to shoulder the entire creation load. Splitting touches with De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper should ease the pressure, but it also puts the spotlight on his ability to knock down catch and shoot looks when defenses sag off him. Even so, it's hard to find many players his age who bring this much value as both a switchable defender and an on-ball scorer. Castle plays fearless basketball. He's comfortable starring and just as comfortable filling gaps when others have it going. That's the mark of a winning player. The same mindset that helped lead UConn to a national championship as a one-and-done freshman in 2024. He communicates, he plays with emotion, and he brings real physicality on both ends. You could see it against the Lakers in the NBA Cup quarterfinals when he dropped a monster 30-point, 10-rebound performance. And you saw it again when he played a pivotal role in San Antonio's major upset of Oklahoma City in the semifinals. Castle isn't just a young guard finding his footing, he's already taking all-star matchups personally. Ever since he stepped into the NBA, the alien, Victor Wembanyama, has been the most terrifying player in the league to challenge at the rim. At 7'5", with an 8-foot wingspan, elite reflexes, and absurd timing, he's a defensive outlier. The kind of presence that changes how offenses function before the ball even crosses half court. Now, just 1 year later, the Spurs have added Stephon Castle, already one of the best young perimeter defenders in the NBA. Castle has been thrown straight into the fire, tasked with guarding elite shot creators night after night. Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Steph Curry, and he hasn't looked overwhelmed once. This is why the Area 51 nickname is so perfect, because together, they turn the half of the floor they defend into a no-fly zone. Wander in there without a plan, you're probably not coming back out. And last season, San Antonio finished with the 21st ranked defense in the NBA. This year, when both Wemby and Castle are on the floor for a full game, the Spurs rank inside the top 10. Wembanyama is obviously the centerpiece of that defense, but league-wide attention is starting to shift toward Castle too. Both players won Rookie of the Year in consecutive seasons, making San Antonio just the second franchise since 1975 to produce back-to-back winners. While the award is often framed through offensive production, Castle has been clear about what truly separates them. We both take pride in being two-way players. Our identity on this team is defense, and I feel like we are the heads of that. So, how many pick and rolls that we guard together, how many times we have to read off each other's guy, how much I have to help him rebound, just all those little things on that side of the floor just makes it so much more important for us as a team. Offensively, Castle's sophomore leap has been fueled by his downhill pressure. He's attacking the rim with confidence, finishing through contact, and drawing free throws at a high rate, all while expanding his responsibilities. And at the same time, Wembanyama has reshaped his offensive profile. He's cut back on the low efficiency threes and replaced them with higher percentage looks inside, drawing more fouls and pushing his scoring average up as a result. With both players taking a major step forward, San Antonio has every reason to be thrilled with what Area 51 is becoming. The Spurs' early season success isn't accidental. It's directly tied to Wemby and Castle leveling up together, transforming a rebuild into something that suddenly looks a lot more dangerous. After spending much of early 2025 working his way back from a blood clot scare, Wemby declared in late September that nobody has trained like he did this summer. What he didn't reveal was how much of that summer included one-on-one work with Castle, obsessing over details, chemistry, and defensive reads that now show up every night. At the Spurs practice facility, the two spent countless hours watching film, then walking through those same possessions on the court. When they learned De'Aaron Fox would miss the early part of the season with a hamstring injury, that chemistry became even more essential to getting out to a fast start. No, it hasn't been flawless, but the growth is undeniable. For a duo in its first full season together, the progress has been rapid and frankly, a little scary. The Spurs aren't rebuilding, they're reloading. And the rest of the NBA, they've got a Victor Wembanyama and a Stephon Castle problem. Are we watching the foundation of the Spurs' next dynasty? Or does this team still need another piece before it's real? Sound off in the comments. And if you want in-depth Spurs and NBA breakdowns all season long, hit subscribe and ring the bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next.